Hi everybody, good morning. This is Crystal Rose and I'm teaching for Inner Peace Yoga Center, and this is going to be a class called Warming Yoga with Crystal Rose. So once we got through a couple technical difficulties, I'm going to go ahead and just record this class and then upload it. Today we're going to do a class that's really centered on warming your solar plexus. So I'm trying to get back into shape in my life, so maybe you can get back into shape with me, and we'll go through this yoga class together and really learn how to strengthen the core, which is pretty important to start out in your yoga practice, is to kind of focus on your core. So this is going to be a little bit challenging. There's not a competition, so take your time. I'm going to show you these moves. You can always pause, take a breath, stop, record it, do it again. Now this is really good to do 7 days a week to really strengthen your core. So that's why these videos are great, so you can replay them at your convenience. So this is a really awesome part of this pandemic, is that we've been able to do online classes, and you have the ability to stop, replay, watch again, and do it at your own time. So just be conscious of your ability in your body, listen to it, and give yourself a break and don't be too hard on yourself. So we're gonna go ahead and start. So this is gonna be a lot of work for the solar plexus. All right. So we're going to start with the Tadasana series. So sort of a mountain pose, but we're going to really warm up our shoulders. So we're going to do a couple of shoulder circles, like the arms, circle the arms. I'm going to do 21 times. You're going to notice I'm going to do 7 or 21 counts. And if I haven't counted, well, once we should get to 18. 19, 20, 21. All right, now we're gonna breathe up and lift the arms up overhead. So that's 1. Exhale. 2. Up, exhale. So this is 21 times. 3. Arms up, really reach your fingers up to the ceiling. Down. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Do some shoulder rolls. So we're going to go forward and then kind of rotate back. Just be really conscious of your spine, that your shoulders aren't playing with your hips. So go ahead and breathe in 21 times. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Now rotate, so just the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Kind of shake it out. I feel a little warmth in my shoulders. Now we're gonna do some neck exercises. So a lot of us have been stuck on our phones or our computers and really been looking down a lot. So we really have to be conscious of making sure our neck muscles are strengthened enough to be able to handle all of that necessary down. So go ahead and start slowly and be very conscious if you have any neck injuries, back injuries. You don't have to compete with me. This is your practice, so you decide what your ability in your body is. So we're gonna go ahead and slowly move the neck to the side, back around. So it's gonna be 21 times. Make sure you breathe. 5. You can take your time, just slowly. Kind of feel where in your neck you're like, oh yeah, I slept a little wrong on that side. Or maybe I've been favoring to one side. So just listen to your body. Now I've lost count. Let's go 18, 19, 20, and 21. Now we're gonna reverse the sides. We're gonna do 21 the other direction. It's a simple movement, but you realize how beneficial it is over time of practicing. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Now just take a minute and try to clasp your hands behind your back, one wrist on top of the other hand, and just let your neck cradle in the crevice of your shoulders. Breathe, and just look up to the sky. We'll do this for a count of 7. All right, shake it out. Now we're going to go ahead and go into our side bend. So, go ahead and make your body a 90-degree angle. I'm starting on my right foot, a little bit further, the back foot kind of pointed towards towards me. And then you're going to go ahead and slowly kind of lift the left hand over the head as you, at the same time, reach the right hand down to your compacity. I really like it just a rest on my thigh. So my kind of elbow is on my thigh, not on my knee, not on a bone. But then we just go over and reach. So I'm reaching towards my window. Breathe. So we're going to hold it for 7, count of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I always like slowly come on up out of that. Kind of windmill your way to the opposite side. So again, 90-degree angle. Make sure you're comfortable. And then slowly bring that right hand is going to come over, elongated. So really reach towards the ceiling. I like to take that arm and reach over, looking ahead, looking up. We're going to hold this for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yes, feels good. Okay, if you need to hang out here a little bit more, I don't blame you. Go ahead and reach up. Now I get to start our sun salutations. So, see if you can see me good enough. All right, I'm going to start at the top of my mat. Arms clasped together. Feet are about hip width apart. Breathe in. Slight back bend. Breathe out. Forward. Bend. Yeah, here for a second. Oh, yes. I'm going to go ahead and take the right foot into a lunge position. You can go on your knee. You can hang out here. Making sure that your hands are at shoulder width apart on the outside of the feet. Right here. We're going to bring that left foot behind. And then we're going to go into a cobra position. Oh, yes, breathe. Let that neck kind of cradle in your shoulders again. This is really great for the thyroid and the lower back. You can really feel it. Breathe in. As you breathe out, make your way into downward dog, which your little fingers on the outside of your chest. And really play with this here. What feels comfortable for you. Breathe. Come on down to your knees and take that left foot in between the hands again. Kind of reverse that lunge. And then we're going to come on up and in between your hands, back into that forward bend, forward fold. Slowly but surely have that spine vertebrae by vertebrae. Come on up and back. Let's do this. This is about 3 times. So breathe in, out, forward, bend. This time think it was the right foot that we put back, so let's go ahead and put that left foot. Oh yes. So you can kind of play with this. Whatever feels good to you, you can always raise your hands up above. Make sure to breathe. Go ahead and come on to tabletop into Cobra. Exhale out into Downward Dog. So this time, we're going to have that right foot come up in between the two hands. Whoop. Reverse that lunge. One up. Down. And breathe. Really starting to get warmed up. Do it one more time. Breathe in. Hands up overhead. Relaxing the hands down to the side into your forward bend. So this time that right foot goes back into your lunge. Come on onto your knees. Exhale. Really look towards the ceiling. Breathe. On your exhale, and down back into Downward Dog. And then take the left hands on the outside. Reverse that lunge. So forward. All right, I'm getting warmed up. So after your sun salutations, let's go ahead and come down to seated position. And we're going to do butterflies. So go ahead and come onto your mat. And so my butterflies, be conscious of where your feet feel comfortable. So first, rooted position. So might need to make room on your cheeks. Make sure that you're rooted to the ground and that, again, your shoulders are in plane with the hips when you're doing this. So that might change where your feet are at, okay? But then we're going to do this about 21 times. So the soles of your feet together, or if they don't come together, that's fine. No judgment. I can't see you, you can't see me. So we're going to do this 21 times. So 21. Now Tandasana. So we're going to go ahead and keep seated in that rooted position, but then the feet are going to be out in front of you. See how my shoulders are in plane with the hips. And then I'm just going to go ahead and kind of get my legs ready for our next workout, or asana. So 21 times, 18, 19, 20, 21. All right, so I'm feeling it. We're gonna Go ahead and do a wide leg stretch next. So from this position, you can go ahead and bring the right foot a little bit out to the right side, your left foot into a nice wide stance while you're seated. And then we're just gonna go ahead and walk slightly forward. We're just really stretching out the hips. And so you can either walk your hands forward. I'm gonna sit here for a 21 count. As you breathe into it, you may feel a little bit more comfortable reaching further. You may feel you can get your forehead to the ground. But really it's about the hips. In this and being mindful, be careful not to overextend yourself. Before I have hurt myself in this position. So just be mindful of your joints and your muscles and your capacity always. This isn't a competition, okay? It's your practice. Breathe, just make sure you really, really breathe. Breath is the pivotal part in yoga, pranayama. It's a life force. All that's going on today. In these times, it's hard for us to remember to just breathe. So incorporating that into your practice will really help. Next, we're going to go into fanning the flames. So this is going to be the probably the most challenging part of this workout, of this yoga class. So it's real nice to get a nice seat here. I want to make sure you can see me okay. So you can come down onto your elbows, both your elbows. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can always come all the way down and then put your hands kind of, like little fists underneath the lower back. Just be really mindful because this is going to take a lot of energy from the core. So we're going to start out with leg lifts. 21 leg lifts. So go ahead. Feet are about 45-degree angle, and then you cut, or 30-degree angle, and then you come up to the 90, lower it down to the 30. This 21 times. 1, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. If you can't do 21, don't worry, stop, relax. Do maybe 7, take a break, do another 7, take a break, do another 7. The next one is scissors. So same arm position. So we're going to go ahead and have the right foot is going to come over the left foot, back out, and then come underneath the left foot and back out. And then we're going to alternate, and that'll be 21 times. Catch your breath. Up. breathe. Next is bicycles. So when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and bring up. You can either do this with the knee to the chest, a modified position, 1, 2. But the goal is to get into a bicycle motion with legs lifted up off the mat. So knees up towards your chest, and the right foot extended, and left, and alternating in a bicycle motion. 21. Woo! Woo! And we're not done yet with this round. Next is the leg circles. So go ahead and take the right, let's see, the left leg will be bent, right foot up, slightly above your mat, and then we're just gonna do a slight little circular motion out to the right side. Make a circle. Know your capacity. You can make your circle as big or as small as you want. 21 times. Bring in that right foot, bring in the right knee, bent, and so we're going to try it with the other foot. So hopefully you can see me. Then we're going to go ahead and out toward the left side, making a nice big circle or a small circle, whatever feels good for your hip capacity. Don't want to injure yourself during this. 21 times, and make sure to breathe. So you can do that lying down or coming up for a little more challenge. Whew. All right, really take a breath. And then my stomach muscles are burning. Hopefully make sure you're hydrated so your stomach muscles aren't cramped. That's why it's very important to stay hydrated if you want to do the challenging asanas. Now we're going to come up onto your knees, breathe, and we're just going to kind of give our stomach a reverse relaxed position. And we're going to come into a locust pose. So go ahead and walk your hands. Take a minute, walk your hands, and come onto your belly. Let your feet be about hip width apart so you can see. Lay the tops of your feet down. First, little hands off to the side. And then we're going to bring our arms up overhead. Okay? So we're in position. And that may look, oh, you can't see it like that. So we're just going to be into position, arms up overhead, and then we're going to lift. And we're going to hold that for 7 seconds, okay? And making sure to breathe. So, head up, straight in front of you. When you're ready, bring all hands and feet and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elongate your limbs and release. Catch your breath. We're going to do this 2 more times. When you're ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale. When you're ready, again. Go up, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice job. I know I'm sweating. I hope you're sweating. Getting warmed up. Really stoking the fire. So next is going to be sweat can't see. A little bow pose. So the bow pose is kind of it's a little difficult for me. So you can definitely modify this pose. And again, we're going to hold this for 7 seconds 3 times. So a modified is just bringing your, let's start with our left hand and go ahead and grab the left ankle, and then you're really trying to sort of bring up a nice bow pose, kind of like a bow and arrow. The bow part is what you're going for. So you can release. What I like to do, if you're doing one limb at a time, is to really give yourself a arm support underneath. So it's going to look like this. And then you're going to grab on to that and then lift. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is kind of like a half bow pose. You can switch. Bring that right arm, it's definitely supported underneath you. Reach back, grab, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you're feeling more of a challenge, like you're needing more of a challenge, grab both for the full bow pose. Or I can't seem to get it. I'm not going to force it because, again, this is not my power pose. So you can either grab on to your ankles and really look up, or like I like to do, half bow, one limb at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very nice. Okay. Lower back is feeling it a bit, so we're going to go ahead and roll over onto our back into an arch or bridge. So if you can see me okay, go down. Make sure to look up towards the ceiling, breathe. Settle into your position. Now we're going to go ahead and bring the hips up towards the ceiling. And I'm going to take my arms and put them underneath. And we're going to hold that for 7 seconds, 3 times. When you're ready, bring the hips up towards the ceiling. Position the feet hip width apart. Clasp the hands underneath or out to the side, whatever feels comfortable for you. So really bring that navel up towards the ceiling. 1 and hold. 2, but breathe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Vertebrae, right vertebrae. Lower down. We'll do that again. And you catch your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice job. And catching your breath. Bring up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. Now you thought we were done with this pose, but we're actually going to do, now this time, 21 times of increasing the speed and keeping the pose, because we want to stoke the fire. So when you're ready, bring that navel up and down, and your hips up towards the ceiling and down. We're going to do that 21 times. When you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 'Nice job. Nice job. From this position, just go ahead and relax. Arms out to the side, T position. Feet are going to be soles together, and just lie there, catching your breath. And allowing a little rest for the stomach muscles and the lower back, your core. From here, go ahead and bring knees up to the ceiling, and then fold both knees over to the right side, and look over your fingers, over here on the left fingers. Just allow your gaze to follow the left fingers. Give that nice spinal twist. Breathe. Hold for 7 seconds. Bring knees up towards the ceiling. Breathe. And then we're going to fold both knees over to the left side this time, keeping that right hand out, fingers elongated, and go ahead and take your gaze over your right fingertips. Really get that stretch. Play with it if you need to. Breathe into it. Maybe you want to really bring that right knee over. And bring both knees up to the ceiling. Well, both knees back up to the center, and then fold over to the right, elongating the left fingertips, and gaze over the left fingertips, and breathe. Go ahead and bring the knees up, back up to center, both knees to center, feet flat on the floor, but then we're going to bring the knees into the chest. And hold for 7 seconds. Maybe you want 21 seconds in this position, it feels nice. And release. We're going to come over onto our bellies. We'll flip over into child's pose. So from tabletop position, go ahead and walk your hands up overhead and bringing the seat in towards the heels. You can also have your arms out on the outsides of your legs. Feeling that. Breathe. Back up into tabletop position. Now we're going to do some leg lifts from tabletop position. We're going to do alternate arm and leg lift at the same time. When you're ready, and we're going to hold for 7 seconds, 3 times. So when you're ready, right hand out, stretched in front of you, left leg, foot towards the opposite. Back towards you, elongated, gaze forward, hold in that nice tabletop position. Alternate. And coming on. Breathe. Do a little couple of cat pose. So inhale, bring that navel through the spine to the ceiling. And release. Back up. Do that a couple more times. I just have to check how much time I have with you. So we got a couple more minutes. And then when you're ready, I want you to come on to your back. In Shavasana. And go ahead and relax. Really be mindful of all the work that you've done in this class. You can close your eyes and take this next minute and a half to breathe. And process any thoughts that you have. Acknowledge them. And just like clouds in the sky, let them flow away. Breathe. encourage yourself to improve your practice daily. Work on these asanas. Strengthen the solar plexus, the core. And if every day you're mindful to strengthen your core, you will see an improvement each day by each day. Be kind to yourself, patient, and loving. If you're breathing, you're achieving. Lay here as long as you need to. When you're ready, we're going to come over, fold over to should be your left side. Slowly come kind of back up into seated position. You did a lot of work today, so no reason to jerk your way up. No stress. Slowly come up to seated position. Oh, I feel invigorated. Got the blood flowing. Ready to give this day my best. Today I think we went over a little over 45 minutes, and I'm sorry for the extra time. But maybe if you continue to practice, improve on your practice every day, this will be a lot easier for you to get through. Well, I appreciate you joining this class today of warming yoga with Crystal Rose, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Namaste.